And hello, Kahatnes, fellow Hilot online trainees, and welcome once again to Hilot Academy of Baybayin. And I am Apo Adman, and today we have reached Unit 2, Lesson 4, which we are going to talk about Kilubansa. In your module, you can see that there is an image here that we have done. No, I used tawas here to produce the image of this deity, which is known as Kilubansa. Kilubansa is a deity or a Filipino Diwata of healing. And Kilubansa has a daughter, and the name of her daughter is Dihas. And Dihas was known to be the goddess of herbal medicine. But today, we are going to talk about the healing method that Kilubansa teach to us. So we discovered or rediscovered the ways of healing of Kilubansa since 2011. I think it was written, it's December 8, 2011, that I started to attune to the energies of Kilubansa. So in this module, I have shared to you an invocation prayer in calling the energies of Kilubansa. And to begin with, I want to let you hear how we call on Kilubansa. But you can probably, after listening to this, you can create your own invocation. So use your creative talent to compose a prayer, a song, or a chant in order to call on the energies of Kilubansa. And now let us call Kilubansa in this part of our lesson in learning his ways. So here it goes. Kilubansa, 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 eya. Kilubansa, 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 ahoy. Hilum lunas, Kilubansa, hilum lunas, hilum lunas, hilum lunas, Kilubansa, hilum lunas, hilum lunas, hilum lunas, Kilubansa, hilum lunas, ahoy. So that's how I started to sing the name of Kilubansa, and through that invocations that I have made, Kilubansa allowed me to know how does he look like as a deity, as a Diwata. So we can see on this image that he have this long hair. No, he have a long hair and a brown skin. But this is just the image that we have produced using Tawas method. It is the same thing that Lakay have taught us on his video, no? And I hope that probably by this time you know how to perform the Tawas sa papel, because using Tawas sa papel has many benefits, because it's not only that you are going to learn about the sickness, the nature of sickness of an individual, but you can even communicate with other entities and spirits, such as on Kilubansa. So why do I use the tawas sa papel in order to invoke Kilubansa? Because Kilubansa was written on the internet, no? As a healer, as a Filipino healer, I told to myself that I should be connected with a Filipino deity of healing. And by that time, when I typed on the Google, because it's already internet, it showed up the name of Kilubansa. So the website that I have searched is posted here, which is angelfire.com, and it was the website of Misterio de Filipinas, where they posted at least 38 names of Filipino gods and goddesses, no? But the search is, for me, it's not enough. They just describe who is Kilubansa and what he does, but the other information such as who are the people that worship them, from what provinces or from what province or tribe they can be found, there are no written information. No, there are no written information, and most likely there are some groups, there are some Filipino, a group of Filipino, if there are no other informations that can be found on a certain topic, they will just debunk it, they will just throw it away, and it is real, so it's fictitious, it's not real, so you cannot work out that information because that is just a fiction. No, so most likely when I search up to the web, I see online games, the RPG. I don't know what is RPG, or real player, real time playing game, something like that. That uses mythological creatures and and name of and the Diwata. No, so on that game we can see that they have powers to attack the opponent, and Kilubansa was the healing god that used to boost the energies of the warriors. No, and it's quite amazing that that the gaming world have used Kilubansa as one of their character that could boost healing and life force to the warrior. So I ask myself, is that a valid identity of Kilubansa, that we could think of Kilubansa as a character in a role-playing game that can be found on internet or an online game, no? So I decided to employ the gift that I have, which is the power of prayer and invocation and channeling. So I channeled Kilubansa with the use of tawas, and so far the image of Kilubansa has been revealed. But even though we know, or I get to know the image of Kilubansa, I'm not yet satisfied with it, because I have many questions. I have many questions to ask about Kilubansa. So I just remember to myself that Kilubansa is a deity. So if Kilubansa is a deity, I have to ask them personally. So this is the difference between the indigenous spirituality than the modern one. Because the modern religion teach that you can talk to God through the scriptures, through the books that they have provided, such as what are the teachings of Jesus Christ, the teachings of Muhammad, of Allah, and so on and so forth. No? But for us, no, we directly communicate with the divine, and through that we have an access, or we can receive an answer directly, and the answer are not limited on a certain book. And as I have written in our module, that if our faith is based on what is written in the book, then it shall not be faith called faith, because if it is based on the book, then that is called academic excellence. You need to memorize and to validate the existence of your God in according to writing. But God is a spirit, no? God is a spirit, and spirit is not seen with the human eyes, but God can be experienced in our life if we allow God to work with us. Thus, in our module, I have right here the term workmanship or workship. Yeah, I did not create a typographical error there, because the form of worship that most people said is like bowing down, prayer in fear and tremble and awesomeness or whatever it is. For me, I define worship as working with the spirit. It's workmanship, no? So in in our agamic divinity and ministry class, no, I have mentioned that there are three forms of worship, or three kinds of worshiper. First is the first kind of worshiper, they put God high above them, and the people are slave of God. No? So I won't specify or mention any religion that practice that kind of worship. But there are also kind of worshiper that people, the worshiper, the human, are higher than the God, and they make God as their slave. They just come to God if they want something in their life, such as making wishes and petitions. But for us, probably we belong to the third kind or types of worshiper, that we see God equal to us. It might be blasphemous, but we see that we can work with God as a co-creator of God and recreator of God. And that is what we are doing right now. We are recreating God's creation. We are helping God to take care of God's creator. We are a co-worker. And we work with God, and working with God means we are worshiping God in working with the Spirit. And that is how we do, no? So we are working with the Spirit, no? So that's the form of worship that that we are doing, no? Since as a human being, we believe that our life comes from the divine, and our life belongs to the divine. And when we are sick, it is the divine that has the ability to heal us. This is the same reason why I work with Kilubansa, so that I may learn from Kilubansa the ways of or his way of healing the people or healing the sick, no? And according to my devotion and attunement to Kilubansa, what I learned is that Kilubansa is a human being that been deified or deified, no? So he was, because of his great knowledge on healing art, so he became a deity. Since many of us as Filipino are ancestor worshiper, when a certain person die with great talent and skills, we put them into pedestal and call for their guidance. So it is the same thing that had happened to Kilubansa. He was an ordinary man, but because of his knowledge of healing, no, he became deified. So it's like on the Catholic saints, no? So he was canonized to become a saint for healing. And most of the Filipino deities were like that, no? But this is what I found about Kilubansa. He became a deified, he became a Diwata because of his great knowledge on the healing arts. So how Kilubansa healed the people? He healed the people by balancing the elements that can be found within themselves. No? So the word Kilubansa is derived has a two word. No? So the word kilo is a metric measurement for weight, and Bansa means a country or probably a body. And also when I search deeper on the word Bansa, it has also it was derived from the word bansag, or a name, or how do you call that thing, no? So it's like a tag, or a tag name, or an alias, or bansag. So Kilubansa is a means of healing by balancing the elements within the name of the person, no? Everyone of us that was born here, even our pets, we give name to our pets, right? And as we use the name, the energy vibration of that name is carried by that person or that animal, that pet that you named. Or even for us, because we are going to focus on human health, no? The human carry their name, and then the name vibration is radiating in our life. And within that name, no, it is composed of letters. And that letters has a variation of consonant and vowels. The vowels are the A, E, I, O, U, and the consonants are the B, C, D, F, G, so on and so forth, no? But since Kilubansa healing is a Filipino modality, we have used the Filipino alphabet, no? The Filipino writing system, which is called Baybayin. So, Baybayin was the Tagalog writing system that been adapted or that probably has an influence with Hindus, no? But Baybayin only have 3 vowels, which is the A, yan, yes, A, and it was written as like that, as you can see. Then E or E, which is E and I, they both sounds together, and it was written as like this. And the vowel O and U, that is written like this, no? So they have the Baybayin has only 3 vowels: the A, E, and O, U, no? So, and we have to remind you that most likely the alphabet or the Baybayin is more on sound vocalization or syllables, no? That's why in terms with the consonant letters of Baybayin, it always have an automatic sound of the vowel A, such as ba, ka, da, ga, ha, la, ma, na, nga, pa, sa, ta, wa, ya. So all of the consonants in Baybayin has automatic sound of A, no? It has as automatic sound of A. But how would you write if the vowel within the letter of within the character changed into the sound of I and E? So in order to change the vowel sound, we are going to use a mark or a virama, which is a dot or a little circle above the character. For example, if you are going to write be or B like this, you have to put a dot above that character. So that is the B or the be or the B, no? What about if you want to write, we want to write a character that sounds with O and U. So if you want to change the vowel sound, we have to write a marking below the character, such as this one. This is bo or bu, no? So you notice that there are dot or a small circle below the character. So that is the bo and the bu sound. So you change the letter. So what if there is a single letter that doesn't need sound? So how would you remove the sound and write it in Baybayin? So in order for you to remove the sound of the vowels, because without any mark, it is automatically the sound of A or A, no? And if there is a marking above the character, it is the sound of I or E. And if there is a marking below the character, it has the sound of O and U. So what if the character, you need only a character without any vowel sounds? So you need a sound or the vowel cancellator or the vowel killer that is called as virama. And virama can be written as a cross or an X below the character, like this. So that is how we write in Baybayin, no? So in order for us to learn about this, no, the element, these vowels also represent the elements, actually the 4 elements. So what are these? The vowel A or the sound of A represents for the element of air, whereas the sound of E and I, it represents the element of fire, and the sound of O and U, it represents the element of water. And those that do not have sound that we mark as X or cross, it represents to the element of earth. So in our name, no, there are sounds of vowel, and the vowel could be the vowel of A as A, O, and E, which is the combination of air, fire, and water. And there is also a part within our name that should be written without a sound, and that is the, what you call that, the element of the earth. So for example, I will write my name here. So ro, lan, ro, la, tapos then N has no sound, then do. So here we can see that ro, la, do has a 2 sound, vowel sound of O, as in ro and do, and 1 sound of la or A, and 1 no sound, N. So that means in the name Rolando, I have 2 elements of what is the element is that on the vowel O? It's water. Then 1 vowel A or air, and 1 no sound, which is earth. So 2 water, 1 air, and 1 earth. So what does it mean? So the name Rolando has excessive element of water, whereas the 1 air and the 1 air and the 1 earth is balanced, but I have a missing element. So what it is in the name Rolando? Yes, I have lack of the element of fire. So from this definition, or from this system of counting or determining the elements, we can see the problem of the person. No, and the problem is not only seen in terms of the physical aspect, but we could also interpret that into psychological, emotional, and spiritual aspect. So in our module, no, in your module, I have written down an attunement procedure, and on the attunement procedure, we can determine what are the characteristics of each elements. No, so before I end this, I ask you to sit and be still as I read the attunement to the power of the elements. So here now. So I ask everyone now to prepare yourself by equipping and gearing up by attuning to the great power that can be found within yourself. I ask you now to remember yourself to the power of earth. I ask you now to remember yourself to the power of air. I ask you now to remember yourself to the power of fire. I ask you now to remember yourself to the power of water. And I ask you now to remember yourself to the power of the Spirit. Awaken now to your true self and embrace the true power of earth that is within you. You are the earth. You are your body. You are your bones. You are your organs. You are the shape. You are the figure. You are the size. You are the weight. And you are the height. You are the structure. You are the foundation. You are growth. You are the fertility. You are the security. You are the abundance. You are the prosperity. You are now the power of earth. You are one with the earth, and you are the earth. Awaken now to your true self and embrace the power of air that is within you. You are the air. You are breathing. You are respiration. You are inspiration. And you are expiration. You are the oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, hydrogen, and all other gaseous elements in the atmosphere. You are the intellect. You are the mind. You are the psyche of imagination, intuition, and word of power. You are the voice, and you are the reason. You are now the power of air. You are one with the air, and you are the air. Awaken now to your true self and embrace the power of fire that is within you. You are the fire. You are the temperature. You are the complexion. You are the light. You are the colors. You are red, orange. You are yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. You are the rainbow. You are the pigment. You are the shade. You are black, and you are white. You are the vision. You are the action. You are the will, the passion, the strength, and the protection. You are now the power of fire, and you are the fire. Awaken now to your true self and embrace the power of water that is within you. You are the water. You are the blood. You are the sweat. You are the hormones. You are life. You are the rain. You are the storm. You are the spring. You are the river. You are the sea. You are the ocean. You are cleansing. You are purification. You are refreshing. You are solution. You are now the power of water, and you are water. Awaken now to your true self and embrace the power of the Spirit that is within you. You are the Spirit. You are consciousness. You are awareness. You are orientation. You are the knowledge. You are the wisdom. You are the limitless. You are the eternal. You are the Almighty. You are now the power of Spirit, and you are the Spirit. Now gear up yourself with this power you always have in your life, and there are more power that is in store within you. So with that, I hope that you are empowered now and attuned now to the powers of the element that is within your soul. Not everything that you are seeking can be found outside you. Everything is within you already. It is within us already. What we need to do is just to work it out, to activate it, so that we may enjoy our life. So until then, may you all blessed be peace. Mayari na, pag-asatin